Well, Bennett Kessler filed this report in the Sierra Wave Media newsroom Tuesday morning. Parents' Facebook anger showed up in our email accounts. It was all about graffiti or tagging at the elementary school in Bishop. One mother said on Facebook, quote, "We are lucky to live in a fairly safe community in a beautiful area. People come here for vacation, but I get to raise my kids here," end quote. She then went on to say that when she found out that her kids got to school only to find, quote, "Owens Valley Posse BS," end quote, tagged all over the school, it infuriated her. She was not alone. Facebook displayed plenty of angry comments. A number of tags said OVP and other words or letters such as Vega and BOI. Reports said that dozens of tags showed up on windows, doors, trees, and one vehicle. Maintenance staff went to work cleaning up but could not get it all done before students arrived. Sierra Wave Media talked to School District Superintendent Barry Simpson, and Simpson said the tags were in blue spray paint and were isolated to areas around Bishop Elementary School. Simpson also said he took pictures and notified the authorities, Bishop Police and Tribal Police. Simpson said this kind of thing does not happen often, maybe once a year. Now, Sierra Wave Media asked if there was any issue on campus that might have sparked the tagging. Simpson said not that he knows of, and no expulsion or no fights. Well, the letters OVP could be seen in many of the tags that showed up on multiple doors and windows of 2 or 3 buildings. Katie Kaufman, Public Information Officer for the Bishop Police Department, said that there was a large amount of graffiti writing everywhere on the 1st and 2nd grade buildings and the main building. Kaufman said, quote, "Painting tagging was visible on doors, windows, trees, a vehicle, and other areas down West Pine Street. There was quite a bit of damage. The school has a lot of work to do to clean it up," end quote. Now, this incident remains under investigation by the Bishop Police Department as well as Tribal Police. Well, Bennett Kessler also filed this story. Dick Lumen, 15-year road department mechanic for Mono County, has tried to get his job back, and he's still trying. Mono County filed a petition appealing the most recent order of Judge Stan Eller that required the county to reinstate Lumen while the underlying appeal of his firing is pending. Mono County appealed that order. Earlier this month, the Court of Appeals granted the county's request of a stay without providing any reason. Now, the entire appeal process is apparently pending before the Court of Appeals. More than 2 years ago, Mono County fired Lumen for an on-the-job dispute. And after a failed appeal, his attorney, Katie Blomo, took the case to Superior Court, where Judge Stan Eller ruled that Lumen should not have been fired, should be reinstated, and should be given a new penalty hearing, with the result something other than termination. The Mono County Council appealed that order. Now, while that appeal is pending, Blomo asked Judge Eller to reinstate her client, who has been unable to find a job due to the cloud of legal uncertainty over his situation. Judge Eller ordered Mono County to reinstate Lumen on or before October 27th. They did not. The judge concludes that Lumen is entitled to relief sought, which he believes will not render the county's appeal meaningless. The decision says Mr. Lumen's reinstatement would be temporary for the period only of the county's appeal. The Court of Appeals disagreed. You can see more on this story on our website, sierrawave.net. Well, members of the Mammoth Lakes Police Department, Mono County Sheriff's Office, Bishop Police Department, Inyo County Sheriff's Office, and other criminal justice agencies are busy right now planning the 4th annual Shop with a Cop. Now, that is scheduled for Saturday, December 13th. Now, this is a special day. Press release notes where local law enforcement helps families in the Eastern Sierra have a nice Christmas season. Children from disadvantaged families are identified by the various departments. Now, on that Saturday morning, the children will be picked up at their homes by the police officer partner and taken to breakfast. After breakfast, they respond code 3. That's red lights and sirens from breakfast to Kmart and Bishop, where they are each provided with $200 to shop for Christmas for their families. Now, after shopping, volunteers wrap the gifts, and volunteers and their new partner travel home, where online early Christmas celebration begins. Now, Kmart, according to the press release, has been very generous in providing additional gift cards and all the wrapping materials. Now, the goal is to provide Christmas for 50 families in the Eastern Sierra. That means $10,000 must be raised. Various organizations and individuals have provided funds, but more are needed. The press release notes that anyone interested in making a donation may drop it off at either the Mammoth Lakes Police Department or the Bishop Police Department. Checks should be made to the MLPOA with Shop-a-Cop written in the foreline. And the press release notes if anyone's having a difficult time getting into the spirit of the holidays, hey, drop by Kmart around 10 o'clock December 13th and volunteer to wrap gifts. The press release notes it's guaranteed you'll leave feeling much better about yourself. Also a good way to feel better and help out the Moms Club. They've got a Bunko fundraiser coming up. That's going to be this Saturday, 6 p.m. at the VFW Lodge in Bishop. Tickets are still available. You can contact Elena at 760-937-3204. The next Moms Club board meeting is set for Tuesday. That's November 4th, 5 p.m. at the Bishop City Hall. And immediately following that will be another Moms Club pack. Donations of any kind are always welcome. Baked goods can be dropped off at that time for the Moms Clubs and our soldiers. You can check out their Facebook page, Bishop Moms Club, for more information. And a fundraiser for Disabled Sports Eastern Sierra. That's taking place at the Trails in Mammoth Lakes this Friday from 5 until 8:30 p.m. We know all the kids like to get out to the trails and enjoy Halloween. Now, Disabled Sports Eastern Sierra will be selling treats. Hot chocolate, coffee, cider, and fresh popcorn will be available for $2 each. Proceeds benefit Disabled Sports Eastern Sierra. For more information, you can contact their office at 760-934-0791. The press release notes costumes are encouraged. Well, of course, it's Halloween. And we have another note from Disabled Sports Eastern Sierra. Kathy Copeland, take a look here. She was at last week's United Blood Drive, and Kathy Copeland sending a letter to the editor noting that the blood drive succeeded its goal of 210 units, and she's thanking the generous Eastern Sierra, starting with Frank Freevault, Mammoth Lakes Fire Department, for sharing their handy space, the town for the huge flashing sign, all the volunteers who helped man the front desk, brought in homemade treats and supplied fruit, and she's thanking both Rotary clubs, Lions, and more. Also, Kathy Copeland says the really big thanks go to all the people who donated blood. It is truly the gift of life, and there is no better way of paying it forward. She notes that everyone left with a handful of gift certificates. Huge gratitude to Ben & Jerry's, Wonelli Deli, and the Second Chance Thrift Shop. Kathy Copeland, Disabled Sports Eastern Sierra, says this is the best place to live ever. We agree, and thank you, Kathy. Well, if you'd like to get into the holiday spirit, Sorry, Wrong Number is playing this Friday and Saturday at the Edison Theater in Mammoth Lakes. Sierra Way Media's Rob Gill filed this story.
Well, I love radio plays because you recreate a piece of history, but you also have to create suspense on the stage. And Halloween was the perfect time to do something like Sorry, Wrong Number and The Hitchhiker. So that's why I wanted to do it.
I love radio plays. I get to use my voice. Plus, everything's written down. You don't have to memorize a thing, which for old guys makes it easier.
Well, the beautiful thing about the audio part of it, like doing a radio play, is that you use your imagination more than if everything's done for you on the TV and everything's presented. Your mind comes into play a lot more, so it's actually more interactive and more suspenseful.
Yeah, I have 3 voices in Sorry, Wrong Number, and then 1 voice in The Hitchhiker. Well, one of them's a little like this. That's Sergeant Duffy. And then the Western Union guys, hello, Western Union. And then the operators, well, if I can help you out if you like today. And then the last voice is just my voice, because that's the way Juliana wants it, and she is the boss.
Oh, I've got a fabulous cast. I'm actually missing one of our people today at this rehearsal, but we've got Rick Phelps from Mammoth, and Jim Marcotte from Mammoth, and Sue Yates from Bishop, and Alice Suzinski from June Lake, and Mike Dostro from Crowley Lake. Does that count?
Sunny Slopes.
Sunny Slopes, excuse me. And Maureen McLean from Mammoth Lakes, and Tim Casey from Mono City.
Tim Casey, who's not choosing to sit here, is extremely valuable in the radio play. This was an era when people had imagination, and sound effects helped the imagination come into play. It's a beautiful thing, and we really hope to see all of you on October 31st and November 1st.
So whoever decides to come by is going to be in for a treat, I think.
Well, it has suspense, and that's a good thing. I think that's a good prelude to the evening for Halloween. It sets the mood.
They should go to www.edisontheater.org, theater spelled Theatre. Buy your tickets, by the way, in advance, $12 or $10 for seniors and students. Otherwise, it's $14 at the door. Come and join us. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we hopefully will scare you just a little bit for Halloween.
All right, thanks for that, Rob. Happy Halloween. We'll be back with more news.